dear students, myself Gangadhar Sonke, and I welcome you all to the MC James virtual classroom. My dear students, today in Standard 9's Geography, we'll be learning the topic the properties of seawater. In the earlier classes, we have studied about the tides, ocean currents with reference to oceans, and now today in this chapter we'll study the major properties of seawater. So the points which we are going to cover in this topic are the temperature, salinity and the density, which are the properties of seawater. So in detail, one by one we'll study, and here the first point is temperature. In the lower standard, you people learnt about the concept of temperature. Now we are here studying this with reference to the seawater. So temperature is a major property of the seawater. When we are talking about the properties of seawater, then in that temperature is the major property of seawater, and the surface temperature of the seawater is not uniform everywhere, which means that is not same everywhere. When we are talking about the surface temperature, जो भी डेप्थ के हिसाब से सरफेस कहा जाता है सी वाटर को, उसका जो टेम्परेचर है वो हर जगह पे यूनिफॉर्म नहीं होता है, बिकॉज this is dependent on different factors, and it is very natural to understand that the factors on which the surface temperature is depend, these factors are not uniform or same everywhere. भले ही वो फैक्टर्स सेम होंगे, लेकिन उन फैक्टर्स से रेफरेंस में जो चीज़ें आती है वो सेम नहीं होती है. दैट इज़ वाई द सरफेस टेम्परेचर ऑफ द सी वाटर इज़ नॉट uniform everywhere, because this is dependent on different factors. Latitudinally speaking, the surface temperature of the sea water, if we are talking latitudinally, then the surface temperature of the sea water decreases from the equatorial areas towards poles. अगर हम इक्वेटोरियल एरिया से टुवर्ड्स पोल जाएंगे तो सरफेस टेम्परेचर जो है वो डिक्रीज होता है. द एवरेज टेम्परेचर इन इक्वेटोरियल एरियाज is around 25 degrees Celsius. It is 16 degrees Celsius in mid latitudes, while it is about 2 degrees Celsius near the poles. So in this we can understand how it is reducing or changing. At equatorial areas it is 25 degrees Celsius, और जैसे हम towards poles जाएंगे at mid latitude it is 16 degrees Celsius, and near the poles it is 2 degrees Celsius. It means that it is changing, it is decreasing when we are moving from the equatorial areas towards the poles. Besides this, besides latitude, cyclones, rainfall, sea waves, ocean currents, salinity, pollution, convectional currents, seasons, etc. also affect the surface temperature. Ocean currents also have similar effects on temperature of the sea water. It means that not only cyclones, rainfall, sea waves, ocean currents, salinity, pollution, conventional currents, seasons, but the ocean currents also have similar effects on temperature of the sea water. Now why it is changing, or why it is not uniform everywhere or at the surface of the sea water? Because it depends on the cyclones. ये साइक्लोन्स अब कई जगह पर होंगे, कई जगह पर नहीं होंगे. रेनफॉल कहीं पर कम होगा, कहीं पर ज़्यादा होगा. सी वेव्स कहीं पर ज़्यादा है, कहीं पर कम है. ओशन करंट्स, सैलिनिटी भी, एज पर ओशन वो चेंज होती है, सी के हिसाब से चेंज होती है. These factors are not uniform everywhere. That's why the surface temperature of the seawater is not uniform everywhere. Here in this image you can see ocean currents, warm and cold. So in regions where cold ocean currents, now here this arrow is of cold ocean currents, this one in blue color. In regions where cold ocean currents flow, the surface temperature of ocean water is less. कोल्ड ओशन करंट्स होंगे तो सरफेस टेम्परेचर लेस होगा, while the regions where the warm currents move, the temperature increases. This is the natural thing. वार्म करंट है तो टेम्परेचर बढ़ेगा, कोल्ड करंट्स है तो टेम्परेचर कम हो जाएगा. This one is a figure given in our textbook. Figure 6.1, depth and temperature of seawater. Now what you people have to do, the changes in the temperature of seawater with reference to depths in different latitudes is shown here. This one is depth and the temperature in degree Celsius. Now observe this graph and answer the following questions. I'm reading these questions. What is the maximum temperature of seawater in equatorial areas? How much is this temperature at a depth of 500 meter? What is the temperature of seawater at the sea level in the mid latitudes? How much has this temperature changed at 1500 meter depth? What does the thermal graph for the high latitudes say? What is its temperature at 500, 1000 and 1500 meter depths? After what depth does the seawater temperature remains stable everywhere? Now these are the questions. You people observe this figure and try to answer the questions. Now, what we have to understand with this given figure, while most of the sun rays radiate back from the surface, so we're talking about the temperature, while most of the sun rays radiate back from the surface of the sea and some of them penetrate to certain depths in the water. Try to understand this. कहीं पे सरफेस से सनरेज जैसे आते हैं वैसे वापस चले जाते हैं और कहीं पे वो पेनिट्रेट करके डेप्थ में चले जाते हैं. सो वाइल मोस्ट ऑफ द सन रेज radiate back from the surface of the sea and some of them penetrate to certain depths in the water. Because of this, the intensity of sun rays decreases with increasing depth. जितना वो नीचे जाएंगे उतना उसकी इंटेंसिटी जो है वो कम हो जाती है. So temperature decreases up to 2000 meter depth, and after that 2000 meter the temperature of the seawater is uniform everywhere. This is very important to keep in mind that the after 2000 meter the temperature of the seawater is uniform everywhere and it is around 4 degrees Celsius. It is 4 degree Celsius everywhere. This one is 4 degree. From the equatorial regions to the polar areas. Now temperature reduces only up to 4 degrees Celsius according to depth, and therefore the water at greater depths does not freeze. This is also 4 degree. Temperature reduces only up to 4 degrees Celsius according to depth, and because of that the water at greater depths does not freeze because the temperature is 4 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the seawater changes rapidly with depth at equatorial areas. and the difference in temperature is lesser in polar areas. There is also a difference in open seas and landlocked seas. We are talking about the difference in temperature at the different situations or in the different circumstances or in different natural things like the open sea and the landlocked seas. As the salinity of the landlocked seas is more, the temperature of these landlocked seas is higher than the open seas. And this is true for low latitudinal areas. Now next to the temperature in the properties of seawater, very important one, salinity. Salt is used in the food we eat and which is very important one in our daily diet. So you must have realized that because of sun's heat, evaporation happens at faster rate. Evaporated water turns into water. You people learnt about the water cycle and also about the concept of evaporation, so you are already familiar with this. Evaporated water turns into water vapor and reduces quantity. वो वाटर वेपर में चला जाता है तो उसकी क्वांटिटी क्या होती है, कम होती है, बट amount of salt remains the same in the remaining water and therefore the salinity of the water increases. Try to understand this, why the salinity of the water increases. Though the water turns into water vapor, it reduces its quantity, but amount of salt remains the same. Here you can see water cycle effects on ocean salinity. Evaporation of water increase salinity. Precipitation of rain or snow decrease salinity. In seas where the rate of evaporation is high, then the supply of fresh water, then the salinity is high. क्योंकि इवेपरेशन हो रहा है तो सॉल्ट जो है उसकी क्वांटिटी उतनी रह रही है और फ्रेश वाटर का सप्लाई जो है वो कम है, तो ऐसे में सैलिनिटी क्या होगी, बढ़ जाएगी. एंड इन सीज वेयर सप्लाई ऑफ फ्रेश वाटर एक्सीड्स एंड द रेट ऑफ इवेपरेशन इज लो, then the salinity is low. Salinity is not affected much in seas where both the supply of fresh water and evaporation of water is low, क्योंकि वो बैलेंस वहाँ पर बन जाता है, तो salinity ज़्यादा अफेक्ट नहीं होती है. Now this one is the figure again given in our textbook 6.9, salinity of the sea water, and by observing this you have to answer the questions. What is the salinity around the tropics? Which region has the least salinity? Which ocean has salinity more than 37 parts per thousand? And what are the reasons of differences in salinity on a global level? Discuss in the class. Now this one you can discuss with your friends on mobile phone, because nowadays because of corona pandemic we are at home, but you can observe this figure and answer the questions. Now the next one in this, the uneven distribution of temperature on the earth. Uneven supply of fresh water etc. affects the salinity of sea water. कहीं पर टेम्परेचर ज़्यादा है, कहीं पर कम है, कहीं पर फ्रेश वाटर का सप्लाई ज़्यादा है, कहीं पर कम है, कहीं पर है नहीं, तो ये सारी चीज़ें जो है ओशन की सैलिनिटी पर अफेक्ट करती है. इन ट्रॉपिकल जोन, what happens in tropical zone? Temperature is higher and the rate of evaporation is also higher, so the salinity is higher. there around 5 degree north, this one is not 50, this is 5 degree north and south of the equator, in the equatorial calm belt, the sky is cloudy for a long period of time and convectional rainfall occurs every day. Large rivers like Congo and Amazon in the equatorial regions meet the sea, and therefore the supply of fresh water is abundant. But because of higher temperatures, rate of evaporation is more, and therefore the seas in these areas are more saline. फ्रेश वाटर का सप्लाई भी ज़्यादा हो रहा है, लेकिन इवेपरेशन का रेट जो है वो ज़्यादा है और टेम्परेचर भी ज़्यादा है, इसके लिए वहाँ पे जो सैलिनिटी है सीज में वो ज़्यादा है. And if we talk about the mid latitudinal zones, 25 degree to 35 degree north and south, rainfall is less and the supply of fresh water from rivers is also low. So this zone has the hot deserts of the world, thus the salinity of the sea is found to be higher here. Now keywords you can keep in mind, जैसे ट्रॉपिकल जोन है, मिड लैटिट्यूडनल जोन है, या फिर टेम्परेट रीजन्स है, या फिर पोलर एरियाज है, ये कीवर्ड्स और वहाँ पर सैलिनिटी कैसी है और किन रीजन्स की वजह से है, ऐसे कीवर्ड्स में इसको याद रखेंगे तो ये थोड़ा इजी हो जाएगा, कुछ कन्फ्यूजन इसमें नहीं होगा. नाउ अबाउट द टेम्परेट रीजन्स, द सन रेज आर स्लांटिंग and therefore the temperatures are lower, and because of the melting of the snow, the supply of water is also more. So in this zone, salinity decreases with increasing latitudes. In the polar areas, temperatures are very low, evaporation is also very less in polar areas, so salinity is low. Purposely I put all this in one slide so that you can comparatively study this. इसको एक चार्ट में भी आप लिख सकते हैं तो वो एग्ज़ाम के वक्त रिवाइज करने में या फिर कंसेप्ट को समझने में ईजी जाएगा. Now what about landlocked seas which have higher salinity than open seas, as the rate of evaporation is more and there is a lack of supply of fresh water from large rivers. Thus there is difference in the salinities of open and enclosed seas. For example, the average salinity of the Mediterranean Sea is 39 parts per thousand, while the salinity of the most saline ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, is 35 parts per thousand. Now we discussed about the temperature and salinity. Now in this, the Dead Sea, the name of the sea itself gives an idea of the condition there. Its name is Dead Sea. The sea lying on the border of Israel and Jordan has a salinity of 332 parts per thousand. The average salinity of ocean is 35 parts per thousand. तो इससे आप अंदाज़ा लगा सकते हैं, इमेजिन कर सकते हैं कि एवरेज जो है वो 35 है और ये 332 है. दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड डेड सी. जॉर्डन इज़ द ओनली लार्ज रिवर मीटिंग दिस सी. लो रेनफॉल, low supply of fresh water and high evaporation are the reason of high salinity. There is no life here except few unicellular organisms. The fish coming from the river Jordan die as soon as they come here. जॉर्डन रिवर से कोई फिश भी अगर इस सी में इंटर करते हैं तो वो जैसे इंटर करते हैं वैसे ही इसकी सैलिनिटी की वजह से वहाँ पर सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाते हैं, मर जाते हैं. दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड डेड सी. Because of high salinity, saline pillars have developed. Some of them come out on the surface, and the density of the water is also high because of higher salinity. We can easily float when we go in the sea water. Another characteristics of the Dead Sea is that the land here is below the mean sea level, and it is one of the places having the lowest elevations on the earth. In some areas, the altitude is minus 400 meter. So these are the characteristics of Dead Sea, and the salinity here is 332 parts per thousand. Now the next one, density. Temperature and salinity are the two properties of seawater that control the density of the sea water. If temperature reduces, density of water increases. टेम्परेचर reduce हो रहा है, density increase हो रही है. Cold water is denser and so is saline water. As compared to salinity, temperature affects density more, and hence sometimes more saline water has lower temperature at the surface, but still the density of such water is more than other water because temperature density से ज़्यादा affect करता है. On the contrary, sea water having higher temperature and low salinity can have lower density. Now this one figure 6.10 given in our textbook, which is of distribution of temperature, salinity and density of seawater according to depth. Here as you can see, depth in meters and the temperature in degrees Celsius, salinity per 1000 and density. So with increasing depth, what decreases? Temperature, salinity or density? You have to answer these questions by observing this figure. After what depth does the change in these factors become almost zero? Till what depth is the change in this factor higher? Explain the correlation between all three factors, that is temperature, salinity and density. अब डेप्थ जैसे जैसे नीचे जा रही है वैसे वैसे क्या चेंज होता है, कैसे चेंज होता है, that you have to see. So the graph shows salinity, temperature and density with reference to the depth of the seawater. And you know that the density of the water is dependent on temperature and salinity. Density जो है वो temperature पे depend है, salinity पे depend है. So if you see the graph carefully, you'll realize that after a certain depth there is no change in these factors according to the depth. नीचे जब आ रहे तो change नहीं दिख रहा है. The change can be seen up to a depth about 500 meter. यहाँ पर ही change दिख रहा है. The slopes of the curves of the graph are varying for all the three factors, but below the depth of 1000 meter from here, there is no change in all the three factors. So generally, we can call the sea water up to the depth of 500 meter as surface water. ये जो यहाँ तक है 500 मीटर तक, that is surface water. And this water gets affected by ocean currents and sun rays. We can see the movement of these waters in the form of ocean currents, and at greater depths, winds, sun rays and currents do not affect these properties. एक बार डेप्थ में चले गए तो ये सारी चीज़ें भी उस पर कुछ अफेक्ट नहीं करती, and therefore after around 1000 meter depth there is no change in these three factors. If you see here below 1000, इसमें कुछ चेंज नहीं दिख रहा है. The ocean currents are generated because of difference in the properties of seawater. They act as temperature controllers at the global level, and the distribution of temperature gets controlled due to the ocean currents. So the climate of the earth gets affected by ocean currents. Here in this image you can see the ocean currents, warm and cold. So today in the topic properties of seawater, we discussed about temperature, salinity and the density.
Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get notifications.
So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.